The eye technique, a technique for identifying right triangle parts. Identifying parts of a right triangle is a foundational skill in studying trigonometry. It's a visual skill that needs to be mastered early. This lesson is for students who struggle in developing this skill. We start with a diagnostic test. There are 5 questions on parts identification. Here are the instructions. Read the question. There's a question per slide. Click on the Go button to see the triangle referred to in the question. Then answer within 10 seconds after clicking the Go button. Unfortunately, this is a video, but the original PowerPoint presentation is actually interactive. The diagnostic test is there. You can download the PowerPoint file by copying or clicking on the supplied Google Drive link. I'll give you a sample question though. The reference angle is B. Click on the hypotenuse. So you click on the Go button, and the timer starts timing you here, the colored bar on the right, and then make your answer, choose your answer. Okay, so I chose B, which is wrong, and I timed out. Notice that the right answer is marked by a check mark. So I click on this, and then we'll skip the diagnostic questions and jump right into the eye technique. Here's a picture of the human eye, side view. Let's make some observations. First, the line of the eyelid and the line of the eye's bottom form an acute angle. If we slide the protractor from the corner of the eye along the bottom line of the eye, we will hit a point where we can form a yellow segment. It's opposite the eye and is perpendicular to the bottom line of the eye. And what do we have? A right triangle. The reference angle is at the eye's position. Where the eyelid line is, that's the hypotenuse. The eye floor line is the adjacent side. And the opposite side is the side that was stared at by the eye. Okay, so here are the steps for identifying the parts of a right triangle, given a reference angle. In this diagram, it is angle A. You superimpose an eye over the reference angle with the eyelid on the longer side. And you're finished. Where the eyelid is, that's the hypotenuse. The eye bottom, that's the adjacent side. And the opposite side is the side stared at by the eye. It's that easy. Now, you have to be a little careful though. On the right triangle below, with a reference angle A, label the hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent sides. Okay, we need to superimpose an eye. So let's do that. Is this correct? I superimposed an eye on the reference angle. Well, the answer is no, because the eyelid is on the shorter side. It has to be on the longer side. So let's rotate it. That's the right position. And we're finished. Where the eyelid is, that's the hypotenuse. Where the eye floor is, the bottom of the eye, that's the adjacent side. And what the eye looks at, that's the opposite side. So last example. Let's say B is the reference angle. Label the sides of the right triangle. You superimpose an eye, eyelid on the longer side. So we have all the answers. Hypotenuse, where the eyelid is. Opposite is where the eye is looking at. Adjacent is the bottom of the eye. Suppose we change the reference angle, we move it to the other side. Then opposite will be not opposite anymore, and the same thing with adjacent. Superimpose an eye, eyelid on the longer side, And we're done. So that's simple. So what do you need to do? You need to practice, do the diagnostic test again, the diagnostic test in the downloadable PowerPoint file. And don't be disappointed if you're not as fast yet. However, look for more practice problems and do them until you don't need the eye technique anymore. You aim to increase your speed so that when you're given a reference angle, you'd be able to identify the parts of the right triangle within 10 seconds. Or when you're given the adjacent opposite side, you can identify the reference angle within 10 seconds. Thank you.